I can see why when I email NASA and voicemail their contacts, they wouldn't reply. Probably laughed at my over Unity math that they wanted them to consider. I was not asking for funding, but they would not care. It's probably the attitude they had. He would probably laugh at it. Having to admit you're dirt poor means you've made bad choices, will continue to produce failure, get a real job. Not only am I being funded by an investor for a revolutionary app, I'll make millions per month within 5 months from now. The other invention you're skeptical about will call billions. I'm a mechanical engineer landlord, has a master's degree, there's also more. People have greater credentials than a master's degree, mechanical have tried centuries. So it all must be fantasy, so I'm doing a pipe dream bull crap, and there are people who will fund any idea that I'll put forth because they are easily led by greed, lack of knowledge. There's why he's not rich. Your words. How many millions of dollars has Vice President invested in you? When was your patent issued? I do not need millions from him, and no, he is the one and only investor for my app, so I wouldn't be looking to scam him, would I? Co-directors, co-owners, sign a contract, higher degrees, such as PhDs have failed, and making billions of dollars, while you would think making even 1 million per week, doing no work after getting $20,000 funding for a new startup is impossible. Everything you said is template thinking. Over Unity is possible. No need to agree though. I don't expect you to until I prove it all. Right, so I'm not really attacking him, right? But he attacks me anyway. Heck, as for scamming, I'm a scammer now. It doesn't take hundreds of people to run a successful scam. What does that mean? I think he meant that I have one investor, so I will need hundreds of investors falling for my scam. So apparently you're attempting to convince us that your unpatented app... I didn't mention the app had a patent. Over Unity did. Okay. Well, make millions with just 20,000 invested. Whoops. It doesn't work that way, Hark. The 20,000 doesn't generate income of 1 million per week. Well, it'll do more. It will do more. You obviously believe that a master's degree provides some great insight into the world and success, or you wouldn't have felt the need to mention it. Apparently your landlord has failed to make millions from it. Well, actually he does have over 1 million in net worth and properties. Thus far all your ideas, including Over Unity, have failed. Well, Over Unity's been planned. I didn't make it yet. I got a team to calculate the motor specifications. The part that I filed patents for is months ago before this. You'll see the receipt if I show you. And that part, the patented part, is the novelty part, which is something else, not the motor, because motors are known. If your ideal is close to being real, you would have spent hundreds of investors. You would have hundreds of investors knocking at your door every day, throwing hordes of cash at your feet. Since perpetual motion has been spent on with billions of dollars in research. Answer: the Over Unity has not been attempted yet. Starbucks was declined from every funding entity for 5 years before it got its big break. If someone wrote a book series with billions in revenue, do you think they'd be rejected by every publishing company for 2 years straight? Harry Potter story with J.K. Rowling, the author. And know my app will earn a lot more than 1 million per week, and I won't need to work more than an hour per day from it. And know the mechanical engineer landlord does own more than 1 million in net worth. Usually every physics master I meet are just like you, cold, semi-rude, but based on current consensus of what is possible or not. You act as if you're offended by my optimism, by personally insulting me. You want me to feel like I'm a failure, liar, or loser. He didn't deny that. How many people with a degree in the economy? How many of them solve inflation globally? I solved inflation globally and got ignored by news. I can prove every part of this sentence, but corrupt comments policy always deletes my links to YouTube and Facebook. He says, Huck, I've read a couple of your links and it was hard to stop laughing. I didn't post links though. Since I only intend to engage in intelligent discussions, I'll end ending this thread with the word blocked. I think he thought that I posted links, but that it got deleted, and is acting as if he read links. Which links? Which part did you want to laugh at? Wait, you said it wouldn't take hundreds of people to run a scam, but I mentioned that I signed a contract with him for the app and more. And that he's a co-owner director. What you said about hundreds not being required for scam makes no coherent sense. Why would you bring that number up, about scamming potential? Wait. Oh, contract, that changes it all. No scam has ever involved a contract. Why is he so convinced, and why does he want me to feel bad?